Alright, we're going to do the back half of the review, problems 4 through 6 from the review, and we're going to take a look at this best fit line. So, we're going to do A, we're going to make a scatter plot. So, in L1, you're going to do stat, edit, and then when you highlight L1, you're going to hit clear, and you're going to highlight L2, and you're going to hit clear, and you plug in the points in L1 and L2. After you're done putting it in, you're going to do it second, y equals, and you turn on, you hit enter twice to turn on your stat plot, and it should say L1 and L2. Once you do that, you should hit zoom 9 in order to take a look at what the plot actually looks like. So, just to estimate, it looks like it goes something along those lines. Missing a dot somewhere in there. And so, that's our graph. So now when you hit stat, you move over to calculate 4, you should get your best fit line. And if you hit second 0 and go to diagnostic on, you can get a picture of, you can get the R and the R squared. So you might want to do this part first and then do stat calc 4, enter, and get your equation of the line. So I got y equals 3.8x minus 7.7, and my R equaled 0.996, which means we had a very strong line here. So that should take care of a couple of them. And now predict when x equals 40. So plug in the number, y equals 3.8 times 40 minus 7.7, and y equals 144.3. Alright, we have our scatter plot here, and I'm going to put a graph up. So now that we can take a look, y equals 2 is a horizontal line, and since it's less than 0, that is all this stuff over here. If I do negative x minus 2, I'm going to start out at negative 2 and go down 1 over 1. And this would be my line, except we're only going from 0 to 2. So I'm going to put an open circle at 0, an open circle at 2, and only the line in between it would be there. So I would have generally made the entire line and erased it, but I don't have an eraser. So let's take a look at x plus 1. So that starts out at 1 and goes up 1 over 1. And since it starts at 2, I'm really not going to draw anything until I get to 2. And so this right here, this last green one that I drew, is where we actually are going to start it. And then we continue to go up 1 over 1. So there's my green. And these two little points I made really shouldn't be there. But I can't erase on this, so just pretend like those are not there. They just helped me graph the green line. And there is a piecewise function. Alright, so right here we have an absolute value. So first I want you to hit second, y equals, and then 4, and then enter, and then that hopefully will have turned your scatter plots off because we used to have them on. Alright, so now in your graph we need y equals ABS, and you get there by hitting math number 1, and then you put x minus 3 in parentheses, and then you hit second graph in order to get your table. Now remember, your table needs to go down and then up, and since this is x minus 3, if I solve that for 0, we need 3 to be in the middle. So here's 3, 0, and the numbers on the side should give you the V shape that we're looking for. Okay, solid line or dotted line. Since there's no or equal sign over here, I'm going to make this dotted. Let's pick a point. Well, here's 0, 0. That's not on the line, so I got 0 is less than the absolute value of 0 minus 3. So 0 is less than, well, the absolute value of negative 3 is 0 is less than 3, and that is true. So that's going to be on the yes side. So since that's on the yes side, we are going to shade everything on the outside of the absolute value. And I realize that I've just ruined my testing area, but there you go. And that's the back half of this review.